This story is about Gianni, a rich, spoiled, and flirtatious man whose only purpose in life is chasing women and boasting about his flirting skills. Despite having money, fame, and a successful business, he lacks humanity and emotional depth. Every day for him begins with a new woman and ends with another. He treats women like trophies and believes he can charm anyone. One day, when his mother dies, Gianni even arrives late to her funeral. His twin brother Carlo, who had always been close to their mother, is disappointed with his careless attitude. He tells Gianni to take his belongings from their mother's house and leave. When Gianni goes there, he sits in her old wheelchair, turns on the radio, and listens to music loudly. Just then their neighbor Alessia comes over. Seeing Gianni in the wheelchair, she assumes he's disabled. Alessia is a kind and beautiful woman who works to help physically challenged people. Gianni immediately realizes her misunderstanding and decides to pretend to be disabled to win her sympathy. He tells her that he is heartbroken because his mother passed away and that he visits the house sometimes to feel close to her memory. Alessia feels sorry for him and says, "If you ever need help, just ring the bell." But for Gianni, this was a new opportunity for romance. He begins trying to charm him with his fake innocence. He invites her for coffee, and while awkwardly trying to make it from the wheelchair, he continues his act. Alessia helps him, and Gianni subtly flirts with her. He tells her he's unmarried and looking for a life partner. Alessia replies that she wants to date a successful man, not just someone struggling with life. Gianni quickly realizes that to impress her, he'll have to reveal his wealth. So he says he's the owner of High Speed, a successful shoe company. Impressed, Alessia invites him to her family farmhouse on Sunday, saying she'd love for him to meet her family. Gianni agrees immediately. When he arrives, he's introduced to her younger sister Chiara, a beautiful girl in a wheelchair. Now Gianni's own lie traps him. Alessia thinks he's the perfect match for her disabled sister. Chiara is a talented violinist and tennis player, strong and independent despite her condition. Gianni, now stuck in his wheelchair role, has no choice but to continue acting. Later, he tells his friends the whole story at the club. They laugh and mock him, saying, "If you can seduce the girl in the wheelchair, only then will we believe you're a real flirting champion." Gianni's ego is hurt, and he bets that he'll make Chiara fall for him. He starts spending time with Chiara, attending her tennis matches, her concerts, and even taking her to dinner. Chiara begins to trust him, believing he's a genuine, kind-hearted man. But for Gianni, it's all just part of the bet. One night, after a romantic evening together, he takes a photo with Chiara and sends it to his friends to prove he's won. After that, he loses interest in Chiara. Furious, Alessia storms to Gianni's house, slaps him, and yells, "You disgust me! You lied to my sister and made fun of her feelings!" Shaken by her words, Gianni goes to his father, who used to be just like him, a womanizer who destroyed his marriage through endless affairs. His father tells him seriously, "My biggest mistake was leaving my mother. If you ever find true love, never lose it. Not everyone gets a second chance." Around this time, Gianni hears about a Catholic church pilgrimage. He invites Chiara to join him. When they reach the church, the priest looks at Gianni and says, "Miracles happen only when God wills them. Leave quietly. Don't shatter the faith of others." Moments later, as Chiara crosses the road outside, a truck rushes towards her and Gianni instinctively runs to save her, revealing that he can walk. Heartbroken, she leaves him and boards the bus. Alone and miserable, Gianni finally begins to change. He visits his mother's grave, breaks down, and admits his guilt. Then he goes to his office and reinstates Giulia, the intern he once fired, making her the product manager for a new line of special shoes for the disabled. Later, he finds Chiara on a bus and apologizes sincerely. But Chiara says calmly, "And I don't need a fake man like you in my life." Days later, while jogging, he collapses from exhaustion. As he kneels, Chiara appears, smiling softly, and helps him up. In the end, Gianni becomes a changed man. He's no longer the arrogant playboy. He's a sincere person who has learned to love and respect others. The story concludes with a beautiful scene where Gianni and Chiara are getting married. Overwhelmed with joy, Gianni lifts Chiara in his arms and dances with her, a perfect symbol of redemption, forgiveness, and love.